Have you ever had those nights when you just can't sleep? Something seems to be happening, but you're not sure what it is. Well, it's not just you. I'm going to tell you that this could be related to something much bigger than just ordinary insomnia. So, if you also think there's something else going on, leave a like because I know this conversation is going to move you. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why you've been finding it so hard to sleep lately? You know that feeling that something else is in the air? Well, that's no coincidence. The insomnia you've been experiencing could be much more than just a sleep problem. Although most people think that insomnia is just the result of stress or daily worries, the chosen ones know that it goes much deeper than that. For those who are awakening spiritually, these sleepless nights can be a direct reflection of the transformations that are taking place on a spiritual level. As your spirit begins to rise and your consciousness expands, your body and mind undergo profound changes. And this, of course, ends up affecting your sleep. What was once a peaceful bedtime routine has now become a battle between the tiredness of the body and the restlessness of the mind, working on something much bigger and deeper. And you know what's strange? This insomnia could be the first sign that something extraordinary is happening to you. But before we get into the details of this transformation, there's something even more intriguing to be revealed. When you begin to awaken spiritually, insomnia stops being just a physical or mental problem and becomes a direct reflection of the powerful changes that are taking place within you. Your body, mind, and spirit are entering a period of profound change, and these changes are disrupting your most basic patterns, such as the ability to rest. It's not just that your mind is active, but that your consciousness is expanding to new levels, connecting you to energies and truths that go far beyond the physical world. As these energies increase, it becomes difficult to turn off the mental switch at night even when your body is exhausted. Your mind is operating at a higher frequency, processing this new spiritual reality. Every sleepless night, every time you look at the clock without being able to fix your gaze, can be a sign that you are in the middle of a spiritual evolution. And if you think this is intense, wait until you find out what's behind all this restlessness, because the answers may surprise you even more. The dark night of the soul is a moment of deep crisis in the spiritual journey, a moment that many of the chosen ones face when they are going through an intense spiritual transformation. During this period, you begin to question everything: your life, your beliefs, and even your very existence. It's as if the rug has been pulled out from under you, and you're plunged into an inner darkness, where old patterns and attachments begin to crumble. At that moment, what once made sense no longer carries the same weight, and you are forced to face the parts of yourself that you have avoided for so long. These sleepless nights are not just uncomfortable. They are a sign that you are about to begin the process of ridding yourself of illusions and finding your true essence. This journey is not easy. The darkness seems heavy, but it is not meant to punish you, but to purify you. It is in the silence of the night, when everything around you seems quiet, that the deepest emotions come to the surface. Existential questions arise and your mind races to find answers. It's as if the universe is pushing you to face the truth, even if it means deconstructing what you thought was your identity. But believe me, this pain is a harbinger of rebirth, and when you emerge from this darkness, you will be closer to your spiritual truth. But first, there is another mysterious force acting on you during these endless nights, and it comes from the sky itself. The phases of the moon have an ancient and powerful connection with the energies that surround us, and, for the chosen ones, this influence is felt even more intensely. The moon, especially in its full phase, acts as an amplifier of energies, and this can directly affect your sleep. When the moon is full, the energy in the environment becomes more charged, which can create an inner restlessness. For many, this may go unnoticed, but those who are awakening spiritually are much more sensitive to these energetic changes. What may be a minor disturbance for some can turn into a storm of emotions and thoughts that won't let you rest. During the full moon, your connection with cosmic forces intensifies. Lunar energy stirs up the waters of the earth, and, as our bodies are mainly made up of water, we too feel this lunar call. But the chosen feel it even more deeply because they are attuned to the greater rhythms of the universe. The result: disturbed sleep, a restless mind, and a feeling that something bigger is happening. The moon not only illuminates the night sky, but also brings out your most hidden emotions. And while you're dealing with this influence, there's an even stronger spiritual force at work within you, which connects directly to your third eye. The opening of the third eye is one of the most powerful and transformative moments in a chosen one's spiritual journey. This center of spiritual perception, located between the eyebrows, begins to activate, providing a level of consciousness that transcends the physical world. But at the same time, this expansion of perception can have unexpected consequences for the body, especially sleep. The third eye is directly connected to the pineal gland, which is responsible for producing melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. When the third eye begins to open, it affects the flow of energy through the pineal gland and the natural rhythm of your sleep cycle. You may feel as if you're in a constant state of wakefulness, as if your mind can't switch off. With this new awareness, you begin to see deeper spiritual truths and access dimensions beyond material reality. Your brain goes into a kind of spiritual hyperactivity, processing all this new information that comes from the awakening of the third eye. And of course, this keeps your mind active even when your body is exhausted. These sleepless nights are a clear sign that you are beginning to see beyond the veil of reality and connect with higher dimensions. But this is only the beginning, because along with this opening, your body is also going through a process of energetic detoxification, and this process can disrupt your sleep even more. Energetic detoxification is an inevitable and necessary process for those on the path of spiritual awakening. As you evolve spiritually, your energy field begins to release old stagnant energies, unresolved emotions, and old traumas that have accumulated over time. This cleansing process can be intense, as your body and mind work to get rid of everything that no longer serves your growth. And it's during the night, when you should be resting, that this energetic detox intensifies. During sleep, or rather the lack of it, your body tries to cleanse these energies, which can result in vivid dreams, night sweats, and even a feeling of deep restlessness. This detoxification not only affects the energy field, but can also have a direct physical impact. You may experience fatigue, mood swings, and even physical illness as part of this renewal process. Every bad night's sleep, every time you toss and turn restlessly in bed, is your body trying to adjust to these new, higher vibrations. It's as if you were cleansing yourself on a deeper level, making room for the entry of subtler, higher energies. And as your energy field reorganizes itself, something even more surprising begins to happen. Your consciousness begins to move between dimensions, something we call dimensional shifting. Dimensional shift is a fascinating experience that occurs when your consciousness begins to expand beyond the physical world. For the chosen ones, this shift between dimensions can be felt very intensely. Especially at night, when most people switch off their minds to rest, you'll find yourself in a state of mental alertness, as if you were navigating between realities. It's as if your consciousness is no longer confined to one dimension, but begins to flow between different dimensions. This dimensional shift can cause your mind to process information from several levels of reality simultaneously, pushing you further and further away from sleep. During these moments, it is common to feel as if you are in two worlds, the physical and the spiritual. The barrier between wakefulness and sleep seems to break down, and you begin to access subtler and higher frequencies, often creating a sense of separation from the physical plane. The mind, confused by this constant movement between dimensions, can find it difficult to calm down and surrender to rest. Every time you try to sleep, it's as if your consciousness is being pulled to explore new realities, new truths. And as you float between these dimensions, there is a growing sense of spiritual urgency, a call that can no longer be ignored. Something much greater awaits you. The spiritual is the common thread in the journey of each of the chosen ones. Even if you can't clearly define what this sense of purpose is, it's always there, like a constant pulse inside you. It's as if your soul already knows that you are here for something greater, and this urgency begins to manifest itself especially during the nights, when the world around you is silent. This deep love can keep you awake, tossing and turning in bed, your mind racing for answers, trying to understand how you can fulfill this purpose. It's as if your soul is always alert, aware that there is important work to be done and that time is a precious resource that cannot be wasted. This sense of urgency isn't just mental, it's rooted on a spiritual level. You can lie awake in the middle of the night thinking about the meaning of life, what you should be doing, and how you can fulfill this mission that seems so much bigger than you. This call is a constant reminder that you have something to accomplish, and it doesn't cease. Often this urgency is accompanied by an invisible pressure that makes it seem as if time is passing too quickly and that you are behind in your journey. And as your spirit searches for ways to align with this mission, something deeper is awakening within you. A heightened psychic sensitivity that brings with it a constant flow of information and energy. As you progress on your spiritual journey, your psychic sensitivity intensifies in a way that can be both fascinating and overwhelming. This new perception allows you to pick up on energies, vibrations, and messages that transcend the physical plane and connect with subtler dimensions of the universe. The silence of the night becomes a stage on which this sensitivity is intensified. Energies that previously went unnoticed are now being constantly perceived by you, whether it's other people's emotions, the collective energy of humanity, or even messages from spirit guides. This constant attunement can keep your mind on high alert, making it even more difficult to rest. During these waking hours, your consciousness receives an enormous amount of information. Sometimes it feels as if the spirit world is trying to communicate with you more directly, as if ancestral guides or beings from other dimensions are sending you signals and messages. This constant flow of perceptions can be overwhelming, leaving your mind overloaded with so much information that it's hard to switch off and go to sleep. What would be a time of rest for many becomes a period of intense psychic activity for you. The connection with the invisible is ever present, and the energies around you are stronger than ever, guiding you, challenging you, and awakening you to greater truths. And in the end, awakening to this reality brings with it the need to move forward with your mission and share this knowledge with the world. Now tell me, did you like the video? Let me know in the comments what you found most interesting about this incredible journey we're talking about today. I'd love to know what caught your attention. Oh, and don't forget to share it with that friend who needs to know more about it too. The more people who know, the more we can help this wave of collective awakening. Thank you so much for watching from the bottom of my heart.